no, you're insane!
Hello, and welcome to the Madhouse, episode 65. I'm Ultimate Spy 53, the host of this podcast, and joining me this week I have...
What's up, bitches? I'm back! Bigdinoguy here. Time to be alive from Kansas, all the while I'm playing Assassin's Creed 3. So
Oh yeah.
Halo, there's gonna be a lot of, oh shit, oh no, oh
I'm
God.
playing Halo 4 in my room. You can see right there. You can see right there. It's paused.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck that is.
I'm not a lady, I'm just kind of, I exist, I'm a creature.
No, you're not a lady. You're not a lady or a guy. You're a she, maybe an it, who knows.
I just said I wasn't a lady. Shut up! I just said I wasn't a lady. Anyway, I'm Chakky.
Hello.
I'm Chakky. That what just happened there is a pretty accurate summation of my personality.
Yep.
I'm a weeb. That's all I have
Yep.
to say about myself.
Okay, cool.
Hey, I'm Steve Kovoc. Also known as Steve Kovoc, whatever. So,
Cool.
Hi.
But I just call him Master.
Oh my.
So I was watching this podcast a while back that was on YouTube, and in the podcast there was basically the Ubisoft press event from E3, and they unveiled a bunch of games. Some of them I'm really not interested in, but some of them look really cool. One of them is actually in a franchise that I'm currently playing right now. Ubisoft unveiled a new Assassin's Creed game.
Picture of the clown.
Hey,
What? Shush. So it's a new Assassin's Creed game in the Assassin's Creed series. It's called Assassin's Creed Origins. It's actually a prequel to the series. It's basically Origins, but meaning it's like a prequel to the entire series. So in the gameplay, I think it's set in Egypt actually. And from the gameplay that I saw, it actually can control an eagle, which is really cool. Like the eagle you see in the games, you can control the eagle now, which is pretty badass. Because whenever in the games you do this mechanic where you get on top of a building and you do the leap of faith where you leap off the building and you bundle it. Synchronizing when you the only way you know if there's something available there, you can see an eagle like soaring, and then that eagle in this game, the new game that's coming out, it's actually the same. I think the same eagle that now you can control it now. So I mean, the game itself sounds really interesting. Origins. I mean, I'm not gonna play it yet because I'm still only on the second game. But what's really interesting about this game is the fact that not only is it called Origins, but also it's a prequel. Instead in Egypt. I mean, that's very different.
Basically the first.
Yeah.
Can't hear your babble. Let me just say what it is. It's basically an origin of the Creed, where all of them came from.
Exactly.
What I was able to gather from the original show, or the original trilogy, is that it all follows one character. It follows how that one character and everything else started.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, what I like about Assassin's Creed is that if you really don't care about history, you can learn about history just from these games. You can, I mean, not just you doing assassination stuff, but you can learn about history.
So Assassin's Creed is an edutainment game.
In a way, yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, the first game was set in the 1100s, I think. The second game, 1500s, or I think it was Renaissance. Third game in the Third Crusade, I think? Or no, the George Washington era.
It was the Revolutionary War.
Yeah. And then the fourth game was, Brotherhood and Revelations. I haven't played them. I plan to.
No. It was
I don't...
it was about Hulk Hogan. We played as Hulk Hogan.
What?
And it takes place in the 1980s.
No. Not that kind of history, like centuries ago. I think I think Brotherhood and Revelations, I don't know when they take place, but I know 4 took place during the Pirates era, so I think the 1700s, I think. I know that, I think it was Unity took place in France.
Unfortunately, I haven't been able to play.
Yeah, me neither.
The only ones that I've been able to play are the first and the third one.
Yeah, I know.
The third one is the one I was able to play all the way through.
Yeah,
the
me
first
too.
one I was able to play parts of.
Yeah.
Fucking forget Freddy Fish and fucking Pajama Sam. Assassin's Creed is the real entertainment game. Put that on your kid's hard drive, and they will learn everything they ever need to know.
It actually is rooted in fact. They definitely take their own creative liberties with it, obviously.
I know.
And even when you first start the game, it says we had to take some liberties, but we tried to make it as accurate as possible within the parameters.
Of course you have to make,
Yeah.
you have to take liberties, otherwise it's just a history lesson, a history textbook.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, what's really interesting about, like, the fourth game, for example, which I never played because I'm not that far, was the fact that you can, like, use a pirate ship, which is really cool. I think it's set in the 1700s. You can be as a pirate. Yeah, exactly. We'll actually get to pirates later. There's a pirate game coming out.
Moving the microphone around.
Sorry.
But I think Unity.
Yeah, I just needed to fix my headphones because they were.
Oh, I see. But yeah, I think Unity took place in the French Revolution, and then I think Syndicate took place in Victorian times or something, and then the new game is set in Egypt. I like how the game is, they kind of hop around various time periods, which is really cool. It's a very significant part of the franchise. I mean, I don't know much about this game other than it's set in Egypt, which is very unique. You control Eagle from the gameplay I saw, and it's a prequel, which is very new for me. I've never ever had a game where it's like it's an entire game that's set before the events of the all other game, which is very, very different. But I think it's still pretty cool. Yeah.
No, there's plenty of.
Oh yeah. Really?
Yeah, there are plenty.
Huh. I guess that's true. I don't know. Well, is that true? I don't remember any games that have done that before. I guess Halo Reach did that. Yeah, I guess that's true. Halo Reach.
Halo Reach.
Yeah.
A lot of games. That is nothing
Yeah.
new.
And Gears of War Judgment did that same thing though. There are some games that do that. I mean, there's not much to say about it. I mean, I think it's coming out next year. What's really interesting about I mean, this is something this I was gonna bring up in this episode because we had a podcast way back about the whole Game of Year thing. Assassin's Creed Ubisoft is one of those companies that does the Game of Year things where they had, I think, the first 2 installments there was like a year gap, but everything after that was like a 1 year. Every game 1 year, which is insane. And they actually took a break last year, didn't have any game. But I'm curious, why do they need to do a Game of Year? Like, I mean, it's pressure on the company, but like, is it necessary? I mean, I understand gamers want it, but does it really need to happen?
So they can keep themselves relevant.
I guess.
You know, I don't want you to forget them.
But still, I'm curious to know why it needs to happen. The same thing happens to like Call of Duty or heck, Pokemon does the same thing. Battlefield, yeah, a lot of franchises do it.
Yeah.
Silence.
Yeah, silence. Silence.
Nobody's talking. So I'm not
Well, I was waiting for bigdinoguy to talk.
Well, sorry. I'm distracted right now. I'm in a neighborhood.
Oh, it's fine, dude.
But Assassin's Creed, I was worried about this new one when it
Mhm.
first came out. Because I remember seeing, I don't know if it was test footage or what, or
Yeah.
if it is another game, but I remember seeing that same character that they have for the brand new one.
Yeah.
Side scroll. I saw that. I think.
Oh yeah, they had I think they had. It's called. I think it was like. It was Assassin's Creed Chronicles, right?
It was like,
Yeah, Chronicles. They had different. You could do a side scroll. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, pretty.
But yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I just saw that. I was like, that is not Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, they had a. If you don't know what he's talking about, there were these. So Ubisoft made a bunch of little mini adventures for Assassin's Creed called Chronicles. It was basically, I think it was Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia, Japan, I think China. So you can go to all these different. But it was side scroller. So what he's talking about right now is the side scroller, which is he's thinking that's not Assassin's Creed at all. But it was a different approach. I think the gameplay was very different. I think what you're trying to say is the gameplay looked very different to you. You didn't like it at all. Is that what you're talking about?
What I'm saying is that's just not what Assassin's Creed is about.
Yeah.
Personally, Assassin's Creed. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of experience, but even I know that Assassin's Creed is a third-person game where it's interactive. It's a hardcore parkour game.
Yeah.
You're running around, you're killing shit, you're doing this and that. It's not a side-scroller. A side-scroller is something that you play for Mario or Super Meat Boy. I was playing that game the other day and...
Super Meat Mario's Creed.
What? Oh no! But it would be, imagine that a game. Oh my god.
That's just not what Assassin's Creed is supposed to be. And when I saw that test play, it pissed me off. They were saying, oh, the brand new game. I was like, what the hell have you been smoking?
What the fuck is a Sonic? What the fuck is an Assassin's Creed? Dun dun.
Imagine the look on your face when, imagine the looks on people's faces when they first started playing Sonic R.
What?
With that music, can you feel the sunshine?
What? That came out of nowhere, dude.
Everyone needs a hobby.
I know, but like, that was random. I mean...
I said that because I'm comparing the Assassin's Creed.
Oh, I understand that. That's just like, it was so random.
It won't become that big of a
I mentioned it.
So, but based off what we know, what do you think of this new game? I mean, obviously none of us are gonna play those people who have, of us who have played those games, because we're not that far, but eventually when we do get to it, do you think it'd be a fun title?
Sure.
I really wish I could.
Yeah.
My thing is, and this is for a bunch of games, unfortunately, I don't have the money to buy the console, let alone to buy the game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so, unfortunately, I'm one of those guys where I'm going to be watching a walkthrough on YouTube.
Yeah.
Rather than actually being able to play the game, but that doesn't mean that I like it any less.
Yeah, of course.
However, Assassin's Creed is one of those where I want to play them.
Oh yeah.
I want to wait until, like, maybe one day. If I can't, then oh well.
Yeah,
But,
definitely.
I think that it looks, so far what I've seen, it looks like a very beautiful game.
Yeah.
And I hope that they're able to do it right. If not, okay. But they got a really amazing concept, and they can really work with.
Yeah, of course. Now, the next thing that I saw in this podcast for E3, or it was Ubisoft E3, was a new game in the Far Cry series, which I don't really care about, but I still think it was interesting, I guess. Far Cry 5, cool, I guess. I mean, I don't really care about those games, but it was still interesting. People who like Far Cry, I don't really know, but it's... Sure. I mean, I've seen gameplay, it looks like a fun game, but, you know, I think... I mean, I'm not gonna play it, but it's still... People who like it, sure, cool. I guess. I don't know.
I love to play those games.
Oh yeah?
I'm just too lazy to even bother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm poor, I can't buy it for $60, so...
Do you guys have any thoughts about Far Cry 5? I'm just putting it on here because it's part of the presentation, but...
I haven't played.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I just saw it, I'm like, I mean, I guess I'm kind of tired of sequels because, like, for example, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, ugh, that game sucked. Yeah, it was terrible. It was actually, they just basically made a terrible skater game, but just put a 5 on top. That just because they could. It ended up, the physics were broken. Even with a patch, it still was broken. It was terrible. I think it scored a 3 out of 10 on GameSpot. It was just awful for a Tony Hawk game. Ugh, just don't buy it. Don't waste your money. It's terrible. I mean, the setting looks cool. I think it's a new kind of setting. What I don't like about these certain franchises, they don't stick with the same story or the same characters. They have a different story for every new characters for every game, which I hate. But one game that I looked somewhat interesting was for those of you who like Mario. There's a new game coming out. That's like a collaboration between the two companies, Ubisoft and Nintendo. It's called Mario+Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Cool. Yeah. Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Hang on.
The little rabbits from the Ubisoft.
What the hell does Mario and Rabbids have to do with it?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Well, it's a new game. It's like a collaboration game. The Rabbids.
So why would you choose Rabbids of all
I don't know.
Why not?
Because it doesn't make any sense. Is that their mascot?
money.
I don't know. I mean, I don't. Are Rabbids from Nintendo or are they from
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think they're from Rayman. No, they're from.
It's terrifying.
I don't know what franchise they're from actually. I know that Mario's Nintendo.
I just saw a picture of a rabbit dressed up as Princess Peach.
Yeah. I'm not really. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not. Ugh. It looks weird.
I'm not gonna buy any game.
I mean,
I can't afford it.
It looks like a cool game, but I'm not really all that interested in it. It just looks like a mashup that should never have happened. Like a mashup. It's like, why would you mash that up? It's like it's just. I mean, I know what you're talking about. I've seen it. It looks terrifying. It looks a rabbit in a dress, basically, and a wig. It looks.
A rabbit with a really fucked up mouth in a dress.
It looks really weird. I just don't think I would like it at all. It looks really weird.
It's not even a dress. It's just a sweater.
I know. It just. I mean, Mario. It's cool. Mario's Mario.
It's basically to keep making money on the whole rabbit.
Yeah. Well, Mario is a very successful franchise. I think they're a very successful franchise. I think they're doing it because of the money, probably.
Luigi Rabbid is just wearing a big ass oversized
Yeah.
sweater. Mario Rabbid doesn't have a shirt.
Oh yeah.
Overalls.
Oh.
It's
Yep.
like gay male stripper thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. I don't like it.
Tiny rabbit.
I mean, it's a cool idea. You're very unique, very different. I'm sure people will like it, but I'm not gonna do it. No. Yeah, no, I'll pass. But a game that I actually looked really cool. If you're a fan of pirates, just in general, pirates. Doesn't matter if you're talking about the movies or just in general. There's a new Pirates game coming out for current gen consoles. It's called Skull and Bones. It's a new one coming on next year. I think it's fall next year. It looks really fun. I think it's called Skull and Bones. It's a new pirate game. It's really cool. It's actually for the first time a female captain actually. What are you doing?
Singing the pirate song, duh.
Which one? There's what?
Your heart fiddly-dee.
Oh.
Your pirate is on a ship, do what you want as a pirate is you are a pirate.
Oh yeah, that one. So yeah, I mean, it looks really cool. What I like about it is the fact that it has a female pirate captain, which is very cool.
That's quite progressive.
Yeah, I know. What do you guys think of this?
After all these years, us women finally get what we want.
I know, right? Yeah. It looks really awesome though. I'm really actually because I'm a big pirate fan. My dad's a pirate, for example.
You say this is a Pirates is like a series.
Well, it's a game. It's called Skull and Bones. It's a new game, new pirate game.
No, it's like a series, like a pirate series with a pirate fandom.
Well, it's not the first. It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, Jesus Christ! God damn it!
Yeah.
But anyway, have you guys seen this new pirate game at all? Any of you? Have you seen it yet?
Yes, you just heard her say that.
Oh God.
Did any of you see this new game at all, or
Huh?
have you seen this new game? Yeah, Skull and Bones. I mean, I know.
So right before we started calling, actually I was looking at a list of some of the
Yeah.
top 20 E3 announcements we
Yeah.
had, and they're talking about it, and apparently it's supposed to be based on just the boating mechanics.
Yeah.
Were in
Which is-
Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Yeah, I know. I'm really interested about it. I think it takes place in 1702, which is, not surprising because that's what usually pirates were in.
I mean, unless you're going to be talking about the like the movie that happened a few years ago with Tom Hanks.
What?
I'm the captain now. I mean.
But yeah,
Unless you're talking about that. There's no
I'm-
going to be the class.
I'm actually looking forward to this. I mean, obviously, it's not going to be out for a while, but it still looks like a really cool game because I love pirates. I'm a big pirate fanatic. Like, the movies are awesome. I love just the idea in general. They're just awesome. I never got to play the fourth one because I still haven't gotten there. But it looks like a really fun pirate game, and it looks like it looks fun. I'm cool for it. I dig it. It looks fun because I mean, there's a lot of pirates games out there, but it's really cool. And then I saw the fifth one, and the fifth one was really good despite the reviews. I liked it a lot. It was really good. But yeah, I like the mechanics of this game. the fact that you can do more than you could in any other pirate game that I've seen so far. I can't remember what else you can do in the game besides what we've shown. I didn't really see much of it. The trailer looked really cool though. I was really surprised by the trailer. It looked really unique. Yeah, I think that has potential.
So other games that that are coming out.
Oh yeah?
I thought they were having a new Metroid game come out.
I think I heard about that. I don't know.
They're gonna have Metroid Prime 4. Oh god.
Huh.
I have the first two Metroid Prime, Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime 2 Echoes.
Yeah.
Both for GameCube, and while I haven't played them very much, I remember growing up and watching my dad play them all the time, and I love those games.
That's
when
true.
They're finally doing a fourth one. Oh my god, just shit my pants for joy kind of thing. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of gaming. I mean, E3 is one of the biggest gaming conventions out there besides PAX, and I mean, I'm going to PAX September, and that'd be gonna be awesome. But this one, I mean, the stuff they showed off, it looks really fun. I mean, I'm sure people will like it. I mean, the stuff they had, sure, it'll be. I'm sure it'll really be fun. What I'm looking forward to the most is Skull and Bones, because that looks just awesome. I mean, who wouldn't like Pirates games? I mean, it's not a lot on the market anyway. Yeah, I know, that's actually one of the... I think it's the first Pirates game that came out. But I don't know anything about this game besides it looks cool. It's about pirates and it's awesome. That's why I like it, because it's about pirates.
Cool.
Like,
It looks cool, it's about pirates, and it's awesome.
yeah, that's pretty much it, yeah. Because I don't know anything about it. I don't know the plot, I don't know, I mean, I know the setting. It's like the early 1700s, which is, you know, generally when pirates were around. But also, Ubisoft, which is the developer, actually, I think they had a new logo now. The logo's changed, actually, which is very unique. Yeah, I noticed that the logo is very modernized now. I think they put more detail into it. I don't know, it looks different. But, yeah, I think that's all I can say about E3. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about for the E3 portion?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, again, another game that I never got to play, but one that I thought was very beautiful, or actually two, is The Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh yeah, I think I've heard about that one.
I saw that they're doing a remaster of it.
Wait, which company is that?
The game where, like, you turn into the baby at the end.
Well, which company is making that one?
I haven't played it.
Which developer is that one?
I want to, but...
I forget. It was, it's the game where you're, like, this really short, like, this human-sized guy trying to,
attack giant stone monsters.
yeah, pretty much.
Well, it sounds like a Nintendo game, actually.
No, it's not Attack on Titan.
It's not a Nintendo game.
Oh, is it?
I know that.
Huh.
But, it came out a few years ago, and it's one of those really popular games that a lot of people love just because of how beautiful it is in the grand scope.
Yeah.
I really wanted to watch the walkthrough of it, but I haven't had a chance yet. But it just was beautiful, and they're remastering it again. I know people that are going to probably be jumping for joy, just like me, and shitting their pants for it.
I mean, one thing I'm surprised that E3 didn't even show off was the new Halo game. I'm really surprised. I mean, I thought they would have showed it off. Well, they should have. I mean, I think they're like the plans like every 3 years or something. I think if they would have showed off something, it would be for next year. But they haven't.
I think that they're going to be doing that for another couple of years or so.
Well, I mean, people are thinking, oh, they might be doing one next year because, like, Halo 4 came out in 2012, Halo 5 came out in 2015, Halo 6 should be coming out next year.
I honestly think that they're going to be waiting for the next Halo game for a couple of years until Xbox unveils their new games, which I'm pretty sure they're in development for their new games.
Yeah.
Halo was originally an open title game, and that's part of the reason why Xbox was such a popular thing when it first came out, because of that game.
Right.
I really don't think they're going to be unveiling a new one just from a money perspective until the next one comes out.
I mean, I'm just surprised because I would have expected them to have one out by like E3. They would have like, I mean, we didn't even get Elder Scrolls announcement at all from Bethesda, and I'm surprised that too, because you know Skyrim's been out for like 6 years now, so it's like I'm surprised that didn't happen. Maybe we're like, where's Skyrim? Where's Elder Scrolls 6? Where's Halo 6? I'm very surprised by that.
And another one that I mention.
Oh yeah.
Monster Hunter World.
I've heard of the Monster Hunter series.
So Monster Hunter, I believe the first one came out a couple of years ago for DS, but I think that this one's actually going to be on multi-platform.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think they're doing that. Yeah, I mean, one game that I would have hoped they would have announced by now, is Tomb Raider 3. I guess it's probably the third one now. Yeah, I think they remembered the.
They've done way more.
Yeah, I think that the in the reboot series, I think the lead title was Shadow of the Tomb Raider, because there's been 3 of them. There's Tomb Raider, there's Rise of the Tomb Raider, and then there's a third one that's supposed to be coming out like next year. I hope. I don't know. I really hope, because I really like those games. I'm a big fan of Lara Croft. And I think the league title was like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which could be it, but I'm really surprised that they haven't even announced that yet. Like, where is it? Where is Tomb Raider? I mean, Kingdom Hearts 3 now announced that they're gonna add in Toy Story characters, which is very cool.
That's,
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is a Disney franchise. They make big Disney games, and Toy Story, because it's Disney property, they're putting in Toy Story characters. So the first one, I think I has like a picture of Woody in the background with like the 3 characters, like Goofy, Mickey, and 4 other guys. So yeah, I mean,
that would be interesting.
Yeah, it would be interesting, because
I really like Kingdom Hearts.
I haven't actually beaten.
Like, Japan and America just collided, and
Yeah, I haven't actually played the first game. I still have the prequel, which I haven't beaten yet. I'm still working on it. I had to stop for a while because I was having so much trouble, and I haven't even beaten the prequel yet. Because I
read like 3 pages of the manga once.
Wow.
Like volume 5 or some shit.
Oh my god.
Elementary school. Does that count?
Sure, I guess. I mean, I'm one of those gamers where I like story. I like doing things in order. That's why Halo, it takes me a long time. Like the first time I played Halo through the entire series, I didn't even bother reading the books, and I found out there's a whole bunch of material I could have learned by reading the books. And now I've done that, and I found out a whole bunch of material, and that's why as a gamer, I realize that it's really important to go in order. So if I find a prequel, play the prequel first. So that's why I still haven't gotten to, the next Kingdom Hearts game. That's me though. I mean, everyone's different, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My thing is, I don't really care that much for playing the order of the games. If there's another game that comes in between, or if there's basically a summarized version of the game, like Assassin's Creed, most likely I'm going to be looking at some info stuff on YouTube. Like what happened with the characters in Assassin's Creed 2, 3, and whatnot, so I can understand why the characters are at this point.
I understand the story. Yeah, makes sense.
Like, I've finished Assassin's Creed 3 twice now.
Wow.
Just the gameplay, not the or just the story itself, not any of the side quests.
Yeah.
This time I'm doing all of the side quests I possibly can because I want to get the full thing. But oh shit.
Yeah.
But the whole story overall, I was at a loss both times because what the hell are you talking about? The sun's going to destroy the world for some random reason? Who's that character you're talking about? And I remember vaguely some of the characters that they talked about in the third one, but it was just more annoying than anything else because I had no idea what the hell they were talking about.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, I definitely understand that, but at the same time, if I have another game, I'm going to play the game.
Yeah,
I mean,
that makes
I'm
sense.
not going to wait the entire time and not play it.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I remember when I first played the Half-Life 2 Episode 2 demo, I was so confused because I think I've told this about on the Masters before, when it was the first time I played the demo, some guy said, "Hey, do you remember me?" I'm like, "No? Who are you?" And because I didn't play the first game, which is the remake now. That's the problem now that I've realized that it's really important to play games in order because otherwise I have no idea what's going on.
Well, duh. That's kind of basic logic.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, I had no idea what was going on there. Like, who are you? Where am I? What am I doing?
Who are you? Where am I? Who am I?
Exactly.
Like,
Yep, exactly. That's the problem that I face. Like, now I do everything in order because it's way easier that way. Now I understand things better. Yep.
Pretty much.
Yep. Now I think that's all I can say about E3. There was some pretty incredible stuff happening at D3, which is happening now. Yeah, it's a Disney Expo, which is also 23, which is the year that Walt Disney founded the company. And some big news happened because Infinity War wrapped. First off, we're getting a bearded Steve Rogers, which is interesting. I don't know about that. I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, bearded Captain America, basically. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't mind having a bearded Captain America.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
He's already a badass. The beard is going to add to it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we've seen him.
Except I don't like dudes with facial hair, so.
Oh yeah.
Probably because my dad has had a beard almost his entire life.
Oh yeah.
I don't look for my dad in a romantic partner.
Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, I've seen Captain America without facial hair forever, and to have him with facial hair, it's gonna be different. I mean, I'm not sure it's gonna like be impossible, but like it'll be very different, I'm sure. And the other news they announced is Hulkbuster is back. So the armor you saw in Age of Ultron, it's back. So I don't know what's going on there.
That's gonna be awesome.
It is gonna be awesome. That scene was the best of the entire, or one of two awesome scenes in that movie. It was awesome. And another news is that Doctor Strange and Star-Lord will be teaming up, and the idea is that Doctor Strange will make magical platforms for Star-Lord to leap from. That's cool. That's really cool.
I'm really looking forward to Infinity War.
Oh yeah. And then there's also a new Marvel Studios logo for the first 10 years logo. Basically, where the I and O in Studios is, there's a 10. Basically, the same logo we've seen forever. For the new intro release, with where the I and the O should be, there's a 10, which is really cool. Because next year marks the 10th anniversary of Marvel Cinematic Universe assignment, so that's really cool.
Only 10 years?
Yeah, because you remember Iron Man came out in 2008, and Infinity War is coming out in 2018, which is 10 years. That's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't believe a comic book movie franchise has stayed, in production for this long, and they're still making movies. It's popular.
I'm just amazed at the fact that I was 8 years old when that movie came out.
Yeah, I mean, the sad part is that X-Men and Fantastic Four, we can't get access to those characters. Like, fuck. And another cool thing from the movie is that Loki gives Thanos the Tesseract. That's the first, one of the many things that happened in the movie, which is not surprising. I mean, he's already evil enough. And then the last news that have happened is that the children of Thanos are called the Black Order. I have no idea who they are, but they look awesome.
The Black Order.
Yeah, I don't know the comics,
We're
but
gonna be racist there, Thanos.
Oh, no.
well, I'm not being racist. I'm saying that's what they're called. That's literally what they're called.
Oh,
And it's just like a club for black people.
No. It's.
Wait, imagine. Hey guys, what? Imagine if this was like a black fan club. Essentially.
What?
Like Thanos, like, oh, create a club, or like, oh, we love black cops.
Oh my god, dude. Really?
And why is it that I can see Steve as being the chief member of their group?
No.
He's
I know I'm
straight.
wearing a black shirt, but no.
Well, he might just be bi.
No. Fuck you.
But what do you
He's straight mostly.
so
Well,
bigdinoguy, what do you think of this news from Marvel?
what about boobs?
What do you No.
I got better
I
from him.
have those.
What do you think of the news from Marvel Studios from D23?
Yeah, she had voluptuous tit head. But now.
Fucking Laura Croft tits in the original are like
I know.
Z cups.
I know.
Yeah, they're like short blades. Like I'm not here to
Z cups.
yeah, you can get stabbed by those tits.
Oh god, dude.
Like you stab them in the neck, like,
Projectile tip weapons.
imagine that's actually a weapon in the game. That'd be great.
Yeah. So what do you think
Beautiful.
of the news?
Great.
Dude?
Silence.
What?
What What do you think of the news that I just reported?
I didn't see any real Marvel news. I barely saw anything about D10, but I did see. I did see that they had new stuff for the Incredibles movie.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited about that because it's been. I mean, we had a lot of podcasts about that, and it's just a topic
And
that
it's a direct sequel.
it's gonna be awesome. I mean, it's about damn time. But yeah, I mean, the Avengers is gonna be so awesome. I mean, what we saw, I think we got a decent look at the Gauntlet from Infinity War, which is gonna be so cool. Now I don't know what the Black Order is. I don't know, you know, all this other stuff. But I think that you know, the Gauntlet looks really, really cool. And the statues they showed off from the expo, they look really cool. They're the ones that are going to be in the movie, and they look really awesome. I'm so excited for it. It's going to be so fun. So, what do you think of that? I mean, I did point out you should, if you want to know more about this, then you should check out the Marvel Cinematic Universe Facebook page, which basically gives you all the updates about the movies, which is really cool. So, have any thoughts?
Is the Black Order a spinoff?
No, it's basically, I guess it's something to do with Thanos or something. I don't know. I don't really know much about it. I just know that it's something.
Thanos has kids.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
What I know about the kids is that most of them were all from worlds that he destroyed. So
yeah.
Or what do you know about the Mad Thanos from Marvel? What do you know about him, Tom?
I know that he's insane. I know that he's been set up since the first Avengers movie, and I think it's not a Kree. He's a what's his species again? I think it's.
I don't know his species.
I know that he's a Mad Titan, and he wants like to destroy the world or something. He wants to. He's this big guy in a chair, and he wears armor. He's purple, and he. You know, in the entire plot line of the movie, or what's been set up for, is that he's gathering the Infinity Gems, or he's been, like, his minions have been, like, giving me nothing, and he's like, I don't want this, so I'm gonna do it myself. And so when he gets the Infinity Gauntlet, and then of course, when he gets to that, he has, like, control of the universe. So basically, he's like, the biggest threat the Avengers have ever come near, and he's this Mad Titan. He's insane, he's crazy, he's powerful.
You're close, but not quite.
Oh, yeah.
So Thanos is literally in love with the embodiment of death.
Yeah, I heard about that, yeah.
Actually, why he hates Wade Wilson, Deadpool, because Wade and Death, they're together.
Oh my god. I saw that, yeah.
Wade has killed so many people.
Dating the Grim Reaper, okay.
Yeah, that's stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's part of the reason why Deadpool is immortal, is because he made it so Deadpool can't die. That way he can't be with death.
Yeah.
But the Infinity Gems are the ultimate gems. They're the ultimate power.
They're the ultimate power in the universe.
How do you date death? Like, how do you fuck a concept?
I have no idea.
A female embodiment of death.
Yeah.
Literally, death is a girl.
Wouldn't she, like, kill you, though, because she's death?
Yeah, she's in love
I
with death.
imagine, like, the moment you touched her, she'd just, like, you'd die.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. And if you've seen the movie Guardians of the Galaxy, there's a scene where they're in the collector's area, and he basically explains the Infinity Stones, which is basically a setup for Infinity War.
Thanos uses the Infinity Gauntlet in order to destroy all life in the universe.
That's pretty much the plot, yeah.
He doesn't care about controlling it. He just wants to send as many dead people to death as possible.
Yeah.
That way she'll fall in love with them.
Yep.
I mean, he is literally insane. He is called the Mad Titan.
Yep.
That is his character.
Because the only way to seduce a woman is to give her shit.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Do not fall off.
Or to get from me, a woman, and it's not just gift.
Yeah. But yeah,
I said it's not just gift.
Sure.
I mean, I'm really excited about this movie. I think that 2018, the upcoming year, is going to be one of the best years in movie ever. I'm just gonna say that. It's just gonna be. It's gonna be one heck of a year. It's gonna be best. It's gonna be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean,
2016 was wow.
This movie is going to be awesome. I mean, seriously, it is so. I mean, it's gonna be so cool. I want it to come out now because that's when I want it. Well, first I had to see Spider-Man, but then of course I have to see the movie. Because this. I mean, it's literally, this movie is literally celebrating 10 years of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is pretty incredible because that's what they. Actually, I think that the panel at D23 was an extra like 90-minute panel because it's celebrating 10 years of doing Marvel at the convention. I think San Diego Comic-Con or something like that. It's pretty incredible, honestly. It's mind-blowing. I think Chris Pratt and the production diary said that it's pretty incredible that they've come this far. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, think of like Harry Potter. When they started from 2001 to 2011, that was 10 years of playing the same exact character for 10 years. The same exact things happening to Marvel. 10 years of the same characters. Like, for example, Tony Stark. Same role for 10 years. I mean, imagine if you did that for your career. I mean...
I think until I get to paleontology doctor, it's probably going to be 20 years.
Oh, yeah. I can see that, actually. But, yeah, I mean, what I've seen so far, the statues and the Thanos looks incredible. He looks so badass. He looks so terrifying. Like, he's awesome. Like, he's, like, powerful and everything. And he looks menacing. I mean, he's the ultimate threat in the universe. He's been set up since the Avengers. Weirdly enough, what I think I didn't like about what they did with Thanos. Now, you may not remember this, but in the Avengers, the first one, at the end of the movie, very, very end of the movie, they had before the final post-credit scene, they had a post-credit scene with Thanos, but it was not the same guy as what we see in Age of Ultron. Or no, not, Age of Ultron. So, in the first Avengers movie, we have Thanos at the end, but he's played by Damien, whatever his name is. I can't remember his name. But then, you fast forward to Guardians of the Galaxy, different actor. I was upset by that. I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that they recast. I mean, he still looks pretty awesome. He looks badass as hell, but I don't know why I didn't like it. Like, it didn't work for me. I mean, even though they did that, I'm still looking forward to the movie. I think Thanos is gonna be a badass, but I wasn't all that. I did not like the fact that they recast him and he looks different now. Did that bother you?
No, actually, they recast characters.
Well, yeah, Bruce Banner.
And movies and.
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw a theory about why, you know, when they recast Bruce Banner for Avengers, like, oh, he looks different. Oh, maybe it's because he did plastic surgery on himself to make him look different, so he could hide from the government. That was a theory. Now I don't know if that's actually a real theory because, you know, Thunderbolt Ross came back for Civil War. I don't know, but it's you never know. I mean, what else we have besides maybe they recast him. So,
well,
I mean,
way, as long as you get a good movie in the end, that's all I care about.
Yeah, I mean, I was, like I said before, I was not impressed by it. I'm like, that's not Thanos. Oh, it is, but he's different. I realized, oh, that's because he's played by a different actor. I didn't like that at all. I mean, I don't like the fact when they recast people. I just don't, it doesn't work for me. I mean, he still looks awesome and terrifying, but he looked cooler in the Avengers post-credit scene. That's just what I think. So I think that's all I can say for the Marvel stuff. There's a couple of more things that I had on my list. You pulled up for me, so I can see. There's a couple of things. It's not really all that exciting. I think the stuff we kind of talked before about. Although you didn't really get to talk about it much last time you were here. And that's X-Men. They're actually filming New Mutants and Dark Phoenix. Everyone's coming back for that movie. I'm excited about that movie. I think the episode where we talked about, you know, the future of the X-Men universe. They are, like you said before. You said that you see a feature for 20th Century Fox or his X-Men universe, and you're right. They are going to continue making more X-Men movies. Actually, what's really interesting about this movie is the fact that Dark Phoenix is going to be a trilogy. So that's awesome.
You're shitting me.
What? No, I'm not kidding. I read up that Dark Phoenix because when Days of Future Past, when Wolverine reached the timeline, he basically erased the X-Men 3 movie, which was the Dark Phoenix, where they attempted to do it. People didn't like it very much. But now, Dark Phoenix is coming out next year. They're filming it right now. And it's been officially confirmed, I think officially, pretty sure, that Dark Phoenix is only the beginning of a saga. So I think there's going to be a trilogy. And then, of course, New Mutants is going to be filming right now. I think it filmed 4 days ago. And then Deadpool 2 is also filming. So there's going to be a lot of shit next year. There's going to be a lot of awesome shit that's coming out next year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, really quick.
Yep.
I'm doing a rain check on our time because we started later, but we got about 10 minutes until we gotta go.
Okay, that should they give us pretty much enough time. Because my timer says I think we're like almost 15 minutes right now. So,
Yep.
yeah, thank you for letting me know. But anyway, what do you think of this news? I mean, it's kind of like last minute news, but it's still awesome.
I don't care.
I know.
I was blind half the time because I was hungry. I barely have any idea what's being discussed right now.
That's fine. That's typical of you.
I don't think that they should be doing a trilogy. But
Talking about X-Men.
if they do a good job, okay. But if not, then I'm gonna be pissed off. I think they have really fucked things up.
I don't know, the last two X-Men movies were pretty good.
I think this new one's gonna be awesome. I mean, the fact that everyone's coming back for the new one, and it's gonna be set in the 90s, I'm really excited about it. I think I saw a photo online somewhere that I think it was Facebook that showed off Cyclops' new visor, which looks awesome, by the way. I mean, it looks a little bit different because it's been 10 years since the Apocalypse movie, or at least in the timeline. Not the action. It hasn't been official. No, hasn't been 10 years since the Apocalypse movie from last year. But in the time of the movie, from Apocalypse to the new movie, it'll have been 10 years since we've all seen the characters, which is really cool. I mean, everyone's coming back. I think there's a couple of New Mutants, and I think New Mutant, the new spin-off movie, is actually gonna have 5. I think it's like a group of 5 mutants. And I think.
Did you say New Moon?
No, New Mutants. Mutants.
Movies? What?
New Mutants. People with power, basically.
Twilight movie?
No. No one cared about Twilight. But yeah, I think it's gonna be like 5 kids who have powers. Like they're mutants, and then of course I think James McAvoy is actually I'm come back for Professor X for this one. I'm excited because I prefer well, I don't know. If I was been asked the question about which version of Professor X do you prefer, that would be tough. Because I like them both, but I liked James McAvoy's performance.
I think a role that Jean-Luc Picard plays is a role that I like.
Well, no, he's not playing Professor. No, Patrick Stewart's not playing Professor X anymore. The new one is the younger version of Professor X.
I just watched part of that movie like 2 days ago.
Wait, which one?
It was on downstairs. Some movie. It's like the movie with the Egyptian thing.
Oh, you mean Apocalypse? Like the Apocalypse?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That movie.
So in that movie, we go from that movie to this movie, which is Dark Phoenix, and that's 10 years. But I'm really excited because it's going to be set in the 90s, and we're going to have a lot more X-Men coming up. I think there's even a new one. There's a bunch of new X-Men stuff, so I think, like we had in the remember that podcast where we talked about the future of X-Men? It's happening. They're not going to stop.
It takes place 10 years after the other one?
Yeah. After Apocalypse, there's a movie that's coming out 10 years, that's taking place 10 years after that one. Because in the episode, where I talked about the X-Men stuff, I was concerned about Fox doesn't want to give their rights to the X-Men characters to the MCU, so what's gonna happen? But and Brennan said, oh, he thinks you say that they're gonna make it, and you're right, they are going to make more. They're doing it because they can. So that's something right now. I'm looking forward to. I mean, I personally, I liked X-Men 3. I'm not gonna lie. I liked it. I don't care what people say. I liked it.
I enjoyed parts, but by God, I hated a lot of it.
I have no reason why people like. Why is it so bad? I mean, I know why it could be so bad, but it really wasn't that
They
bad.
got a lot of the characters wrong. For example, Colossus. That is not Colossus. Colossus is not a mutant.
He looked awesome.
Actually, Charles Xavier's stepbrother, but he is not a mutant.
He looked pretty awesome.
A huge guy. I mean, he's as big as a fucking Hulk. He gets his power from a gem that's
Yeah,
literally a magical gem. And he wears a helmet to protect himself, just like Magneto does from Charles Xavier's mind powers. I mean, that's the Colossus is. They got Beast wrong. Well, Beast they actually got kind of right.
Yeah, of course.
They got a lot of characters just wrong. With
I remember my review of X-Men 3. I noted that I was the one thing I didn't like about the movie was the fact that they only just then put Beast in the movie. Like, it was a missed opportunity. The fact that they, when then of course the new X-Men movies with Nicholas Hoult, they added him. The one thing I did not like about that movie was the fact that they waited this long to put Beast in the movie. That's my only complaint. Like, why? Like, where was he the entire time he was in the X-Men universe? I was very disappointed about that one thing. But other than that, it was fine. So yeah, I don't know if people have problems with it, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. One thing that's really interesting, a very interesting thing, I think we talked about this before, is the fact that with X-Men Days of Future Past, when Wolverine went back to fix the stuff, he basically made a new timeline which erased the old timeline, which I think they had the old X-Men movies, including X-Men 3. So that one, apparently that version of the Dark Phoenix saga, gone. And they're making a new one.
That's what I like about it. I think that if they do Dark Phoenix right, they can have a really amazing thing on their hands.
Yep.
Because Dark Phoenix Saga was one of the most critically acclaimed storylines in all of Marvel Comics.
Yeah, I heard it was. I heard it was, yeah.
But it was nothing like what they did in X3. X3 was not the Phoenix at all. The Phoenix is supposed to be an extraterrestrial. It's basically an alien force that inhabits bodies. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
People really fucked up. And I mean that's just like the death of Gwen Stacy and
yeah. Oh my God.
In the original Spider-Man, the death of Gwen Stacy is one of the most groundbreaking pages in comic books because
Groundbreaking.
whatever the hell you want to call it.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Breaking the ground high.
Bake the ground. Put it in the oven, cook it for whatever.
But anyway, it was one of the most critically acclaimed comics because
Acclaimed? You said acclaimed.
What?
He said critically acclaimed. I'm just saying I picked it up.
What?
Cream.
Oh, no, that's not.
Your girlfriend.
Okay then. But one thing I found interesting about Apocalypse was, and you see these movies all the time where you'll see an actor and they'll do their, they'll see them like, let's go. And then you see the interview like, wait, they're from that country? Like for example, Superman. He's British, or Sophie Turner who played Jean Grey in Apocalypse. It's like, wait, she's British? I mean, you never know these things. Like, oh my God. Or Nicholas Hoult. He's also British. Like, wow. I mean, that's one thing I really find interesting about the new X-Men movies is the fact that actors, they can pull off American accents beautifully, and like they can sound so convincing. But when you see them in the interviews, like, what? I always found that interesting.
You don't really guess that Wolverine is Australian.
Yeah, I didn't know that when I first saw I think the first time I saw the trilogy, I was like, oh, he's American, and then I'm like, see the interview, like, oh, he's Australian.
He's actually Canadian.
Yeah, I mean, I think I had a review of this for Night of the Museum, but it was a joke in the third Night of the Museum movie. It was called Secret of the Tomb, but actually, I think it was Robin Williams' last performance. There was a Wolverine Easter egg, and that was when there's a part where Lancelot, which is a character, he goes into this play with Alice Eve and Hugh Jackman and the character, and it's hilarious because there's a point where Hugh Jackman's character, he basically does the Wolverine thing. It's like, "Roar," and then like you have Alice Eve going, yeah, he's doing the Wolverine thing. It was the first Wolverine Easter egg in a non-comic book movie. It was so weird. Like in my Night Museum movie trilogy, you never expect an X-Men reference. Did you ever see those movies? Night Museum?
I got the first one.
Yeah, but the third movie it was an X-Men reference. That it was because Hugh Jackman played himself. I think he played himself. But he played it. He's like roar. It was like, and they actually had the X-Men theme like a 3 seconds of the X-Men theme playing. Like, wow, really? I mean, that's not something you see every day. I think it was 20th Century Fox. Actually, I bet that it was. I think the museum was 20th Century Fox. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's right. But it was really cool to see that Easter egg in there because that's not something you see in lots of movies. Anyway, I think that's all I can say about that. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
Huge Jack Man.
Well, I think actually we are pretty much at time. We're pretty much at the hour. Is that all you guys have?
Yeah, I guess.
Anything?
I'm good.
Okay, I think we covered up pretty much everything that I wrote down almost. Yeah, actually pretty much everything. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you liked it, please hit the like button. It really, really is appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe to Chakky Charizard, and also Steve Kovoc and bigdinoguy. Links will be in the description. And you can click to your left and right to go to the previous episode the week before that. And we'll be back next time for another episode. Alright? Bye!
Alright, hasta la vista.
Toodles.